All right, before we begin, yes, the irony is not lost on me. I am a former cam girl, now giving relationship advice. I used to log on, turn on studio lights, and watch men tell me their deepest secrets while tipping me $12.99 at a time. And now I'm decoding their emotional availability for free. Life is wild. But here's the thing nobody talks about. When you've seen men at their most unfiltered, when they're lonely, insecure, flexing, vulnerable, lying, fantasizing, promising forever at 2 a.m., you learn a lot. You learn what they say when they're performing and what they say when they forget they are. So if you're wondering how I know what a man is really thinking, trust me, I've seen behind the curtain. And today we're talking about how to discern if a man is actually serious about a relationship or just serious about access. Let's get into it. All right, ladies, today we're talking about chemistry. We're not talking about butterflies. We're not talking about potential. We are talking about discernment. Because attraction will get you excited, attention will get you hooked, but discernment will protect your future. And if you want marriage, if you want family, if you want something lasting, you cannot afford to misread a man's intentions. So let's break this down into 3 parts. How to know if he's serious about a relationship, how to read his true thoughts and emotional investment, and how to assess his real future goals around marriage and family. Here's the first truth. A man who is serious moves with clarity. A man who is not serious moves with convenience. Let's look at the signs. His consistency is boring. Serious men are consistent, not dramatic, not hot and cold, not disappearing and reappearing with, "Hey stranger." Consistency is not flashy, it's stable. He calls when he says he will, he plans ahead, he follows through. If he's emotionally chaotic, you are not in a stable investment. You are in an emotional situationship. Number 2, he integrates you into real life. A man who is serious blends you into his world. You meet friends. You know what he does on weekends. He's not compartmentalizing you like a secret hobby. If months go by and you exist only in date night bubbles, that's not seriousness, that's containment. Number 3, he clarifies the relationship. Men who are serious do not avoid defining things. They don't panic when you say, "What are we doing?" A serious man wants security too. He doesn't fear commitment. He fears wasting time. If he dodges the conversation, says, "Let's just vibe," or claims labels run things, he is keeping options open. Now let's read his true thoughts, not his words. Ladies, words are cheap. You don't read a man by what he says when he's attractive. You read him by what he prioritizes when it costs him something. Here's how. Number 1, you watch his sacrifices. Does he adjust his schedule for you? Does he compromise? Does he consider your feelings before making decisions? Men invest in what they value. If everything is on his terms, timing, location, effort, you are not a priority, you're an option. Number 2, notice how he talks about the future. A man who sees you long term naturally speaks in we. We should go there next summer. We'd have cute kids. We could move somewhere warmer one day. A man who avoids future talk keeps everything in the present tense. If the future feels foggy and you've been dating for a while, that fog is intentional. Number 3, observe his emotional depth. Serious men open up over time. They share fears, they share failures, they let you see their humanity. A man who keeps everything surface level, jokes, sex, light banter, is keeping emotional distance. You cannot build a future with someone who won't build intimacy. Let's talk about his true goals about marriage and family. This is where most women get delusional. You hear, "Yeah, I want marriage someday." Someday is not a plan, it's a placeholder. You need clarity. Ask direct questions early, not aggressively, not desperately, but calmly. What does marriage look like to you? Do you want kids? What timeline feels right for you? A serious man has thought about this. An unserious man stumbles, deflects, or says, I don't know, I've never really thought about it. If he's 35 and never thought about marriage, he has. He just doesn't see it with you. Does his lifestyle align with family goals? Is he financially responsible, emotionally stable, career focused, building something? Or is he living like he's 22 with no structure? Marriage-minded men build foundations. If his life has no direction, you cannot expect him to suddenly pivot because you're amazing. Love does not override readiness. Pay attention to how he handles responsibility. Does he keep promises? Does he own mistakes? Does he avoid accountability? Marriage is responsibility. Family is sacrifice. If he struggles with basic reliability now, it will multiply later. Here's the hard truth. Sometimes the issue isn't that he doesn't want marriage. It's that he doesn't want it with you, and that hurts. But here's something empowering. If a man is unsure about you long term, after a reasonable amount of time, that is your answer. You should not have to audition for permanence. Here's some signs he is genuinely serious. Let's end this on clarity. A serious man moves consistently, communicates directly, integrates you into his life, makes sacrifices, talks about the future naturally, aligns his lifestyle with long-term goals, does not fear defining the relationship, protects your emotional security. He doesn't create confusion, he creates safety. And here's the biggest one. You feel calm, not anxious, not guessing, not decoding texts, calm. Ladies, discernment is not about being suspicious. It's about being observant without being emotionally hijacked. Chemistry can lie. Attention can inflate your ego, but patterns do not lie. If you want marriage, if you want family, if you want something lasting, date for alignment, date for consistency, date for clarity, and never fall in love with potential when there is no evidence. All right? If this hits you, you already know what to do. And remember, I may be a former cam girl, but I promise you, I know when a man is performing and when he's serious. I'll see you in the next episode. If you would like one-on-one coaching, the email is in the description box.